Women on Change family, Lexa Majanos here, the founder of Women on Change and the Lead and Earn program, where we are inspiring you to lead and earn your change, your truth, whatever it is that you wish. So you have to forgive the lighting. I know some of the videos, it's been a little rough because I've been videotaping in a basement. I'm going to be doing that for the next couple of months, so bear with the videos, okay? I mean, different videos, the lighting haven't been so great. But thank you for joining today, and I'm excited. So by now, you should know the Lead and Earn program, or at least you should know all about it, right? But in a quick summary, Lead and Earn is a program where we are inspiring particularly parents and those who are not yet parents, these that are under the age of 18, that's where the parents come in, and those that are under the age of 40. So our goal, and we do this through support you to build whatever you think you need, whether it's to build, we focus on self-worth or self-esteem building, self-empowerment. So we support you wherever we can. Particularly, this is a project-based program. So you come up with an idea, you apply, you come up with an idea, and we decide if this is something that we can support you with. And if we do, we find mentors to help you do that. And to the point of helping you not just building that self-confidence, but if you need funding, they also help you with that, help you raise that, and so forth. So hope that's a quick summary of your understanding. So how do we, now you have an idea of how do you lead, how you earn, what is it? For different folks, I guess it's different, but I gave a general understanding of it last few videos. So how does this program actually help you lead or earn, or help you earn your change, whatever that is, or your voice, or whatever you think that thing is, to build your self-esteem or self-worth or self-peace? And we do that in, I would say, through partnership, period, right? But in different ways, whether you are a parent, whether you're particularly a single parent. We're very interested in those who are single parents because we realize their challenge. And not just, we realize that for single parents and coupled parents, but I think for single parents, particularly if they have more than 2 children, it's a little different. So you apply for the program, and not necessarily for you, but for your kids. But you are representing your kids because this program, you have to be at least 18. To join on your own. So if the kids are not that age, then we'll make sure the parents apply. The other group is college students, or those who are 18 through 30. And so that group, so the program also has a generational mentoring component. And the way we make sure this works is as we invest or find mentors to invest in, or volunteers, however they identify as, to mentor those, or I call it knowledge sharing or mentor coaching. We look for volunteers who are willing to work with those who are 18 and older. Typically, most of them have been college students because that's the group that we mostly work with. And then these young folks, as we support them in their projects, we make sure that they mentor those that are 18 and under. So it's a generational where we have people anywhere, I would say, with 18 and older who have more experience than those who apply if they need that skill. That skill can range from anything, whether it's STEM literacy, self-awareness, building more skills in particular, whether it's communications, you name it. And how we help you is this. Once you apply, we decide this project is a fit, we identify the challenge, we make sure that you understand that this program, first of all, so you have to download the full program from our website. And there are a number of questions that we ask. If you visit our website, you'll see that there are a number of questions we ask in the forms. So once you fill it out, we take it from there. And then we contact you, and then we communicate and see where can we be useful with one another, right? So we help, for us to help you, I truly believe for people to help you, you have to help them help you in some ways, right? And that can be hard if you are not sure. So in this program, how this works is you share a challenge with us, and at the end we ask you, what can you support? Maybe your child is good in math, and he, she, or however the child binary, however they identify as, they are able to teach another child what they know, right? So while some have certain skills in certain areas, some may have more time to be able to learn something. So the program is for anyone age 18 and older, right? Well, technically, age 0 through 80, because, but if they're under, we the mentoring piece of the program works for the age of 8 through 30 or 40, and anybody can get mentored, or I mean can get trained in this program, so that can be mentors to a particular group. I would say in a nutshell, that's who the program is for. This is how it works. And if you want to dive deeper, you have to download the full program to learn more. But essentially, what it comes down to, we once you go through the program, it's approximately, it can go anywhere from, I mean, a project, a minimum needs to be at least 3 months, but 6 months. And once we go through them, at the end, we make a decision of our top projects. That can be, I guess, be part of our fellowship program, where we bring the global voices or representatives for these programs, and to give folks different opportunities where they can travel, mentor others, and or even virtually. So you, again, if you download the program, you can read more about that. But ultimately, as you complete this program, the core here is your experience, right? Whatever experience you gain, or whatever experience that you have that you feel like you can apply, we make sure that at the end of the day, you can share that at a global level, whether it's virtually or in person. Oops, my computer's about to die here, so give me a second. Let's see here. This is a cord. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So ultimately, we want to give you this opportunity, and as part of this program, there's an exchange component. I call it fellowship, but I meant, well, it's a type of fellowship too. But there's an exchange program, a cultural exchange component to it, where we allow, if we have the resources, or you have the support to raise the fund, we allow you to visit your colleagues, or those who complete similar not similar projects, but projects within the Lead and Earn program, so you guys can have an exchange experience. This can be done virtually, or it can be done in person. In this case, it could be anywhere in Africa, the Caribbean, or anywhere else that you choose, or South America. So so that's how the program works in a nutshell. And so when it comes to the self part of this program, we don't dictate what kind of project that you come up with. As I said in previous recording, that you have to determine what is the challenge that you are facing. So if you're a parent with 5 kids, for example, and you might have a child who's experiencing a certain type of challenge, and that challenge could be anywhere from school or home or social, anything. But instead of making sure that child is going through the program, you when you submit your form for this child, it's gonna be a household project. For example, let's say the child is not good listening, right? This child at home, at school, is just having challenges. And so you can say, hey, we are creating a little project to just figure out how to become a how to make sure our household become better listeners, right? As a whole, not targeting that particular child. So you go through a process. And then once you go through that, we'll make sure you find your mentor. You can have more than one of your kids, because that child is part of that household experiencing this challenge with other kids that you have, not just outside the home as well as you, I would think. Because if they're doing it out there, it's happening at home too. So we'll make sure that this is a project. Once you submit it, look at it, perhaps a mentor, once one of the mentors or volunteers, when it comes to giving their time, we present this project. Then if there's a match, then we connect from there. And the program is completely virtual for those who have internet access, particularly in the US. And for those who don't, this is where we partner. We partner with folks who are 18 and older, or schools or other organizations who are helping families and communities. And we do this the same way. They submit a project, we try to work with them. For those who are international, for example, I know in East Africa or the Caribbean, many of these countries that we've been building relationships with, they don't necessarily have the internet to join this program virtually. So what we try to do, we try to partner locally where they can use co-working space for internet access, and some at times they don't have a laptop, so we will work with different local organizations who have that, or we'll find a way to make sure that they can access this program. And we would partner with an individual locally who's either providing training or who has experience in that area, or can get trained in our program to be a local trainer. Because ultimately, to get the globe to participate in this program, the local partnerships that we are creating or we are building are essential to make sure that every voice, every community can benefit. So I would say overall, our goal for this program is to help you build a legacy of whatever you define as. For us, it's a legacy of service. That's what matters, at least in my opinion. We're doing this for the sake of making sure that whatever that matters to you, what is your self-worth, I hope you choose something that's worthwhile, that's going to challenge you to grow. And that's where we focus on building a legacy of service for the program ultimately, because people are giving their time, they're giving their skills. That's how Women on Change was built, okay? Is really part of the reason why this organization exists, to try to help those who are able to benefit, but more importantly are willing to give their time to those that they know that a certain set of skills that they have, others can benefit from. Resources, people with money that they know, hey, if I don't have time, but I have money, we all have something to offer at the end of the day. So it's taking the responsibility to provide and add where we can with what we can. And yeah, is there a choice for this program? Yes and no. And so the program is free to participate, okay, for you to raise money for your project and so forth. However, if you do need any particular training, for example, the example I gave earlier, if you have a child who experiencing listening challenges, you have a project, at some point, if you're not being successful going through the step or the project that you're tackling with the help of someone who gets trained in our program to do this as a volunteer, at some point we're going to have to say, hey, we can bring in an expert to work with you. In this case, we will make the connection, right? So that's another part of it. And I would say the other way that, and the reason I'm saying no, that's one way. And it would come from the fund that you raised to support you with that service. Okay, so let's say you raised $1,000 and the charge for that particular expert would probably be, I don't know, $250. All right. And the other way we charge is this: we giving you a platform and we are helping you raise that fund, right? Volunteers are helping you. Women on Change has to be able to continue to provide that service. So the other way we charge is whatever fund that you raise, we take a particular percentage, and that percentage can range from anywhere from 15 to 25%, depends on the amount of service or resources that we have to help you to raise the fund that you need for your project. So for example, let's say you want to raise for the project that I mentioned for the kid who's having challenges or challenge listening. Let's say you want to raise $5,000 for your household, so you make sure that you can participate and share the experience that you've gone through with your child with another family, for example, around the world, or even here. You want to do it online. You really want to turn it to a project. So let's say you've gone through our program, you use our platform, we post your project, of course, we train you, you go through it. And at the end of the day, you are able to raise that money with the help of our volunteers, our platform, and so forth. So instead of charging, and then let's say you did the majority of the work, we didn't, other than the volunteer piece, we didn't have to bring in any other experts. So we'll do like 15%. But if we have to find you the mentor or the expert to work with your child and so forth for you with your project, in this case, depends on it could range anywhere from 15% to 25%, depends on how much we have to deal with. And the other part is if you're doing this virtually versus wanting to be to have that contact in person, that also changes things. But all this information that I'm providing is already in the program, which you can download from our website, as well as down here on this link, just by going to the just clicking the link below, so you'll get that. All right, so hope this was helpful. And I would say, to wrap it up, ultimately, we believe that every parent, okay, who has a child or who has their own personal challenges that they are dealing with, can apply for this program. So it's not just because I believe a child's problem is a parent's problem, is a parent problem, and then a parent problem is a child's problem because it affects them, right? So I would say that in this case apply for you and your child. The other thing is, if you're a college student and you're applying wherever, let's say you're applying maybe to as an intern, or you just want to volunteer, you can, applications are open. So everything is virtual, unless we are working with someone local who's working with that population there. But otherwise, yeah, the program is wide open and it's for everybody, but we focus on those who are willing to work on their self-growth versus just, and that could be for any project, right? But there has to be a self-growth component to it. Other than that, I would say all the information you need about this program you can download, or any questions too that's not in that in the document on our website, you can certainly email us. All right, I think that's all I have. Again, Laxima here, the founder of Women on Change. Women, let's make this change. Let's do it. Cheers. Till next time.